Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is a little Project Pan update. I believe this is the 14th update since I started my rolling Project Pan. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Vivian. I'm a robotics engineer with a love for all things beauty and makeup related, and I'd love it if you liked and subscribed if you aren't already. With that being said, let's just hop into it. So as you guys know, I've been working on a couple of these products for a really long time now. I am going to go through each of the products and see how much visible progress I've made. There is one product in here that I am rolling out, and I'm rolling in a different product to replace it. So that'll be at the end of this video if you guys want to stick around. If not, I will put in a little timestamp for you guys to jump to the new product. I have 7 products in my Project Pan right now. As per usual, I'm going to start with the more boring updates first. There are a couple products in here that honestly have not had that much usage. The first one being the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush in the shade Joy. If you guys have watched any of my Project Pan series, you guys will have seen this quite a few times now. This has been in my project for a really long time, and I believe the previous update I used this 13 times, and with this update I only used it 7 times. So a total of 20 uses. Honestly, I just wasn't wearing a lot of makeup. I have recently brought in a lot of new blushes to my collection, and I've been trying those out. I do like to layer this still, and I still feel like I'm making progress, but there's just so much product in here. I am starting to kind of not lose hope again, but I've been kind of getting bored of this lately. I do like it. I like the formula a lot, but I don't know, just having this blush in my collections or in my Project Pan seems kind of monotonous. And like I've said before, I don't super love this tone on me. I think it works better in the summer, but in general, I prefer more like pinky red tones or like berry tones and not necessarily peach tones. I'm still gonna try and make my way through this. I'm still gonna use it, and I'm still gonna keep track of how much I've used. I think it's just starting to get a little repetitive and kind of boring. Not a ton of usage on the blush in particular, but you know, at least I got some usage out of it. We will continue to track progress. I just don't think this is ever going to end. To be honest, I think this is going to be in my project until I decide that I no longer have a project anymore. Another item that I didn't really use that often is my Maybelline Master Prime. I said that in my last update I would try and use this month to see how much progress I would make and then maybe take it out. But honestly, I don't think I used this very much at all last month. I think I maybe only used it like 2 times. So I do want to keep this in for 1 more month just to really see like how much progress I can make with it. I think that probably at the end of this month I will take it out though and just kind of call it done. I've used a lot of this already. I am pretty close to like the bottom here, so I do think I'm getting there. I think that with this next month of usage I will have made a good enough amount of progress, and I think I am good to call it quits at that point. I know it's not considered like a full empty or like fully finishing up the product, but honestly I don't love it and I don't really want it in my collection anymore, and so I'm okay with just letting it like slide out without making a huge fuss about it. Not exciting this month either, but hopefully next month I will be able to roll this out and call it done. The next item in here is my LYS Triple Fix Translucent Setting Powder. I feel like I've made a decent amount of progress on this. I accidentally dug my thumb in this when I was opening it to take the close-ups though, so a little bit more of the product has kind of cracked off. Not a ton though, nothing that would dramatically impact the amount of products that I've been using. But I've been using this pretty much every time I do my makeup. I use this to set my entire face. I really like it. I really like the way it looks. It mattifies without looking too drying, and it's just a really good versatile powder. And I feel like the dent in the middle is starting to go down a little bit more. I'm excited to continue using this. I think it's just going to take me a really long time to actually see progress on this powder. I know powders in general are pretty hard to pan, so yeah, I don't expect any like huge major changes in this powder anytime soon, but I have been using it and I have been liking it, and I will continue to use it and like it. The next item in here is my e.l.f. Putty bronzer. For this product specifically, I feel like I am so close to hitting the bottom of it. I still haven't hit the bottom of it, unfortunately, but I think I'm like getting really close. I don't know. I don't have really good depth perception, so I can't really tell, but I feel like it's got to be coming soon. Like, I feel like the dip is so large in there that I feel like it has to be coming soon. It's very much like concave. It's very much like a bowl at this point inside the product. Sometimes I like convince myself that the bottom of this is like really flat, which means that I'm gonna hit pan soon, but I just haven't hit pan yet. Again, not a super exciting update. I feel like I'm really close with it though. I hope that next month I will see an actual pan. Yeah, I'm gonna keep working on it. I'm gonna keep trying to use it. I've been using a little bit more lately. Usually I don't put bronzer on my forehead just because my forehead is naturally like darker than the rest of my face, and so I don't really feel like I need bronzer, but I've been putting bronzer on anyway just to kind of even out everything and just to get more use out of the product. I think we're getting there soon. I hope next month, if not the month after, but I have a feeling that in the next couple months this will be done and I will bring in a new product. I like to save these two for last just because I feel like you can see the most visible progress with it. So this is my NYX Bare With Me Serum Concealer in the shade Golden. I'm also getting pretty close to finishing this up. Again, if I'm consistent with my usage of it, I feel like I will be able to finish this in maybe 2 months. I feel like the amount of progress I've been making every month has been pretty even and pretty steady, so I can only assume that next month I will make the same amount of progress, if not more. I like it. I like the concealer a lot. I've been pretty dedicated to using this concealer and I haven't gotten bored of it yet, which I can for other concealers, especially when I don't see progress. But this one you can like full-fledged see the amount of progress you're making, so it makes me really happy to see the amount of progress in general, but also just to know that I'm getting my money's worth out of this product. I have more concealers that I need to work my way through. So I'm excited that this is almost over with. I'm hoping by the end of the summer for sure that I will be done with this. We will see. I'm going to keep working on it. I will keep you guys updated on my progress. I have started to use this as a foundation as well. So instead of just doing like half a pump for under my eyes, I've been doing like 2 full pumps to cover my full face, and I do like it as a foundation too. I feel like it provides a good amount of even coverage, and this tone works pretty well with my skin tone. Even though it's not like olive in undertone, I do feel like it's golden enough that it matches pretty well. I do like this. I'm gonna continue using it. Yeah, I'm really happy with the amount of progress that I've made with this. And the next item is my Kosas Brow Pop. I feel like I'm continuing to make a little bit of progress at a time. I kind of expected that with brow pencils just because they take a really long time to finish up. I know with the previous brow pencil that I panned, it took me literally forever, and I felt like I had the smallest amount left and it just kept going on and on and on. So I am continuing using this. I have been using it to fill in my brows every day with the addition of a brow pen though. I used to not really like brow pens. I always thought that I was like kind of going in too harsh with it. It didn't look natural. But lately, I don't know what happened. I don't know what technique I've been using that has gotten me to make it work, but I've been filling in my brows for the most part with the brow pencil, but then especially in this front little corner here, I'm especially bald, and so I've been using my brow pen to fill in that specific area to draw in like hair-like strokes, and I've been really liking the way my brows have been turning out lately. I was using this with my Kosas Tinted Eyebrow, which if you recently watched my empties video, you'll know that I had to declutter it because it smelled so bad. I don't know what happened. It basically changed like overnight. It was smelling so bad. So I got rid of it, and I am still using the clear Eyebrow, but I have been using a different tinted brow to kind of get my brows a little bit more volume. Overall, my brow routine has somehow like been getting really good. I don't know what happened. I don't know how I managed to do it, but I've been making pretty good progress with this, and hopefully you can see in the close-ups how much progress I've been making. And the last item in my project pan was my Kosas Wet Lip Oil, which I completely used up. If you watched my empties video, I mentioned it in that video, and honestly, I wouldn't repurchase it. It's just a clear lip gloss. I have several like it. You get like half the amount of product as you do in a normal lip gloss component. So it just wasn't really worth it. It was kind of expensive for just a clear gloss. I liked the way it smelled. I liked the way it felt, but there are just a lot other lip glosses I have in my collection that I like more, that I like just as much, that, I don't know, do a little bit more for me. I'm glad that that's over with. I didn't fully like take out the stopper and scrape the sides. I was scraping the sides as much as I could with the stopper in, but honestly, I just didn't want to go through the hassle of pulling out the stopper. And like I said, I have a ton of different lip gloss formulas and lip balm formulas, and I didn't really feel the need to pull the stopper out. That being said, I finished the Kosas Wet Lip Oil, and to replace it, I'm actually going in with a lip liner. I'm adding this lip liner from NYX. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Matte Lip Liner in the shade Soft Spoken. So you can see I've made a decent amount of progress with it so far. This is like probably my most used lip liner in terms of the length of it. But let me just hold up this paper so you guys can actually see. I feel like that might be a little bit overexposed, but you can see it's like relatively short at this point. In comparison, this is pretty much like a brand new lip liner versus this one that I'm putting in my project pan. So there's like a decent amount gone, probably like 1.5 inches that I've already used up. So I am putting this in my project pan. This color is almost the exact tone of my actual lip color. It's a little bit more mauve-y than what I typically wear in a lip liner, but it does match my actual lip color really, really well. I'm wearing it today, but I layered some other glosses on top that aren't like a super match with this tone, but I think that this works well with everything just because it is pretty much my natural lip color. And you can see it is a little bit more cooler tone, so it adds like a subtle contour as well, especially if I want to overline it all. This is the matte formula of the NYX lip liners, and I don't love the matte formula as much as I love the creamy formulas. However, I do think it's a really good formula. These are also like $4, so I can't really complain. But yeah, I am excited to make my way through this. Right now, it's not even sharpened, so when I put this in my project pan, it's not as sharp as it could be. I prefer my lip liners to be a little bit more dull to begin with, just because, I don't know, I really like the blurred lip liner look. I don't really need a precise lip line for my own personal preference, so it's been really good. I'm excited to put this in my project pan. I'm excited to see the amount of progress I make with it, and yeah, I'm glad that this is in my project pan. And that's pretty much everything. I feel like it got really dark all of a sudden, so I'm gonna turn up my exposure. Oh, that is the highest my exposure goes. Okay, be sure to like and subscribe if you aren't already. I do project pan updates every single month, and I have a whole playlist of all of my updates. If you want to see that, I will have everything linked below for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a great day today, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys!